This video is brought to you by CatBeast.com. Design your own custom snapbacks and hats.
What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel tonight, Tuesday night, August 1st, 2017. Smackdown Live review. The Dream Match. Shinsuke Nakamura and John Cena battling it out to find out who is the number one contender for the WWE Championship held by Jinder Mahal to go on to fight Jinder Mahal at SummerSlam in just 3 weeks. I posted on Twitter before we actually went live with SmackDown. Something was really bothering me about the show. Now, I'm not going to take anything away from SmackDown Live, even with all the nonsense that I was talking about last week and how angry I was last week and how my tweets were just very venomous last week. I tweeted my displeasure and my unhappiness about SmackDown Live and the creative process and the creative direction going into SummerSlam. It was a ball of nonsense that got me benched on Twitter by Road Dogg. Not taking anything away from SmackDown Live this week. Was it better than Raw? Yes. Throwing that right out there. I don't want to talk about it no more. It was better than Raw. Was it better than previous weeks of SmackDown Live? Absolutely. It just had that big show feel because we opened up with the United States Championship and then we got John Cena versus Shinsuke Nakamura in this dream match that WWE just rammed down our throat with the verbiage. My God. I was going to vomit my fucking dinner tonight, man. Once is enough. Twice, okay. But every time you got to talk about it, dream match, dream match, dream match, dream match. I had a dream match last night with your fucking sister. You don't see me bragging about it. Calm down. Enough with the verbiage. Jesus Christ. But we'll talk about John Cena and Shinsuke Nakamura. But the one thing that bothered me, and it's a take on old school booking and old school mentality. I feel like WWE, especially on SmackDown Live, I feel like they're putting people in positions and I feel like they're putting people in places simply to get the show done. Like, whatever happened to working your way through the ranks and actually showcasing that, hi, I am the number one contender here. I think I deserve a shot at the WWE Championship. It's like, Nakamura is great, but what has he done realistically to warrant himself as the number one contender for the WWE Championship? What has John Cena done to warrant a shot at the number one contendership for Jinder Mahal? And my brain starts working. Like, what does Shinsuke Nakamura do if he loses this match tonight? Like, what does he do? He goes right back to fight AJ Styles for the United States Championship. Same thing with John Cena. Cena would lose the number one contendership and then just revert right back to the United States Championship title picture with AJ Styles. So it's like, you're fighting for the number one contendership, but then you're going right for the United States Championship. It's like WWE did not give any time for these matches and these feuds and these ideas to breathe. You understand? It's like everybody is in a situation. You got Baron Corbin and Shinsuke Nakamura that ended. All of a sudden, Nakamura is battling out for the number one contendership for the WWE Championship. It's like one feud ends and immediately you're thrusted right into another feud. You know, Jinder Mahal just ended Randy Orton. They left it open for Randy Orton to still be upset about that. Now Randy Orton's moving on to something else and Jinder Mahal's moving on to Shinsuke Nakamura. It's like we finish something and then almost rapidly they're moving on to something else. There's no time to breathe in between. There's no time for these guys to be built up to a point where we can honestly be invested and say, you know what? I think Nakamura is ready. I think I'm going to throw a name out there, even though he's not anywhere close to it. Sami Zayn is ready. I think Ty Dillinger is ready. I think Luke Harper is ready. So John Cena and Shinsuke Nakamura were pretty much put there because WWE had nothing else on their plate. It's John Cena. Why wouldn't they want him in a world championship situation? Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura is a very popular WWE superstar right now. It's like there's no time to breathe. There's no build-up for these guys to be in their positions. It's like WWE just realistically takes something, throws it at the wall, and hopes that it sticks. And that's been said by several different people doing the same thing that I do. And that's not the way you book shit. That's not the way I want WWE to book shows. Now, SummerSlam pretty much is set for SmackDown Live after tonight's show. We know exactly where they're going. I can't help but think, and I'm going to pat myself on the back like good old Barry Horowitz, I can't help but think the SmackDown that I laid out for SummerSlam was a lot better than what Mr. Road Dogg and all the higher-ups in WWE have planned for us realistically. You take a look at SummerSlam on SmackDown Live and what we got after tonight's show, and you look at my SmackDown Live, and this goes back way before Great Balls of Fire. I was talking about this. You know, I'd have AJ Styles versus Randy Orton, #1 contendership, right? Those guys would be built up to a point where, you know, AJ deserves his #1 contendership, or at least a shot at the championship, which WWE seemingly has forgotten about Randy Orton. Listen, he's there. He would have gone through everything with Jinder Mahal. He would ask for one more opportunity, but he's got to go through AJ Styles first if he wants that opportunity. If he loses, then he's done. If AJ wins, he goes on to fight the WWE champion. I would have AJ versus Randy Orton. Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn. I would have booked that match. People asking me, JD, wouldn't you book Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn the same way that WWE is now booking Rusev versus Randy Orton? I'm like, no. Rusev and Randy Orton have nothing to do with each other. Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura have something to do with each other. It's just a take on what they did last year. You build on that. Same place, same show. Sami Zayn's like, you know what? We did it at WrestleMania. Why don't we do it again at SummerSlam? Because I owe you. Simple as that. Nothing else. Nothing more. It's two men vying for position on SmackDown Live in a match that potentially could steal a show. So you got Orton, Styles, Nakamura, and Zayn. Cena then would be thrusted into the WWE Championship picture with Jinder Mahal because that just makes sense. Cena would have come back, and all he needed to say is that Jinder Mahal, after the dirtiness and after the cheap ways that he beat Randy Orton for 3 straight pay-per-views, he has diminished the value of the WWE Championship. John Cena simply would come back and do what John Cena does best. Want to bring prestige back to the WWE Championship, tell Jinder Mahal off in the same way that I just told you, and the match would be booked. Cena wants to take the villain down. You hate America so much, I'm going to put a stop to it, and I'm going to shut your mouth at SummerSlam. So we'd have Jinder Mahal and John Cena for the WWE Championship. Kevin Owens would have been the United States Champion all through this nonsense. I would have never taken the United States Championship off of Kevin Owens. In that time, I would have built up either Luke Harper or Ty Dillinger to challenge Kevin Owens for the United States Championship, but WWE has not done any of that. I would have booked Ty Dillinger on SmackDown Live, and I would have built him up to a point where fans would say, you know what, I believe in this guy. I think he's ready for a mid-card title shot. I think a match with Kevin Owens would be fantastic, and the crowd would be crazy for the underdog, Ty Dillinger, to beat Kevin Owens at SummerSlam. So the United States Championship would be set. Naomi and Charlotte. I've been talking about that. That's the biggest women's match that you could do. I would have had Charlotte win the match at the last pay-per-view, giving her the #1 contendership, because that is the biggest match that you could do right now for SummerSlam. Naomi, champion. Being that WWE has no plans to take the title off of her going into SummerSlam, what is the best opponent for Naomi? Charlotte. I would have done that. Then you got the Usos versus the New Day for the Tag Team Championships. My SummerSlam would have been so much better if WWE actually had patience and built storyline over the last few weeks. Everything right now that they're throwing at the wall, they're hoping it sticks. And SummerSlam on SmackDown side seems to be, you know, them choosing names out of a hat and putting matches together that way. It's like hitting the random button on WWE 2K17 and some random superstar pops up and you do that twice. You got Superstar A and Superstar B. Oh, okay, we'll do that for SummerSlam. Meanwhile, Monday Night Raw seems to have more of a plan going. They got more ideas going. They got, not long term, but it's like Monday Night Raw has the well thought out portion of SummerSlam, and SmackDown Live has got that random, I don't know why they're doing this, what the fuck are they doing type bullshit going on with them. But I don't want to stroke my own ego. I just think that WWE could be going about SummerSlam on SmackDown Live completely different and in a much better way. To me, right now, everything just seems forced. Everything feels rushed. Everything feels not organic. I just feel like WWE's just throwing shit out there and hopefully something sticks. And hopefully we are excited about something. Right now, I'm going to be blatantly honest with you. I am not excited about anything on SmackDown Live. I think the most exciting thing on SmackDown Live that I am looking forward to most is the Tag Team Championship. The Usos and the New Day. Because what those two teams have done so far in the two matches that we've seen for the titles, they've given us great matches. And I expect a third great match out of them in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center. I'm a huge Shinsuke Nakamura fan. But having Shinsuke Nakamura in the WWE Championship picture right now, to me, doesn't seem like it's the right time. And I'm going to talk about that in just a little bit. But those are my opening thoughts for SmackDown Live. I just feel like WWE has people in places where they don't belong right now. They're throwing shit at the wall, hoping it sticks. And there's no time to breathe. There's no build-up. There's nothing that we can really invest our time in and actually genuinely care about. Back in the old days, when someone was being built up or groomed for a mid-card title, you knew that their time was now. You've seen the progression from weekly television. We don't see that on television anymore. It's people are just putting title matches with no build prior, and people are giving number one contenderships just out of the blue just because WWE feels like they got to pick a name out of a hat. I don't like the way that they do things nowadays. And it's all because they have 2 fucking pay-per-views per month. So it's very difficult for me not to feel that way. And I hope you guys feel the same way. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. But this is your SmackDown Live review. Thank you guys so much for everything. If you guys missed earlier today, I uploaded an off-the-script extra. We talked about CM Punk possibly fighting in the UFC again. John Cena, I don't know what his role at SummerSlam is going to be. Right now, there are rumors going around with Baron Corbin. I think that's just, again, that would be out of nowhere, out of left field. They have absolutely nothing to do with each other. You don't need Cena on SummerSlam right now. If he put Nakamura over, let him go and do what he has to do. We talk about Cena getting a role for the new Transformers movie, which is going to be a spin-off, and it's going to pretty much focus on Bumblebee. So he's going to be the leading man in that new movie. So I don't know what his role at SummerSlam is going to be, or if he's going to have a role at all. We talk about that, plus a bunch of other shit. Becky Lynch versus Chris Cyborg. Why did Big Cass and Big Show main event Monday Night Raw last night? And the Broken Hardys give one big, huge hint that they are now awoken on Monday Night Raw. If you guys missed that video, I'll link you in the annotation. You guys can go check that out within this video. Monday Night Raw review is live as well. Make sure you guys go and check that out. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Thank you to everybody that has pretty much become a part of the Patreon, man. I almost stumbled over my words. I lost the train of thought for a second because I got so much going on right now. But thank you to everybody that pledged to the Patreon page. Thank you guys so much. Patreon.com/JDFromNY206. It's the best way to support the show on a monthly basis. Once again, that's Patreon.com/JDFromNY206. SmackDown Live, man. The show started off in typical wrestling fashion, the way I like it, with a hot title match with 2 guys who can go on any given night and tear the house down, man. AJ Styles and Kevin Owens for the United States Championship. This one, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm over and done with this feud. I really am. Even before going into this match, I was over and done with it. I didn't like WWE's direction with flip-flopping the title back and forth. Like I said in the beginning, I would have never taken the title off of Kevin Owens, but WWE seemingly wanted to do things a different way. This match, again, it was exciting. Nothing wrong with the match whatsoever. I felt that they could do so much more, but being that we are now going to get another match between these guys in 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks at SummerSlam, I feel like that is truly going to be the blow-off of this feud. I felt like these guys were holding at least some back, and that come SummerSlam, they're really going to try and take it up to that notch to that level that we've been expecting these guys to. I feel like AJ Styles and Kevin Owens, normally you see these two guys in the ring together going one-on-one. On any given night, they're going to tear the house down. But I feel like every match that they had, they kind of inched each and every week to making the matches better. But they never gave you 100%. They didn't want to give you too much because of how this feud was going to end. And the way this match ended really set up a potential for this to be over and done with at SummerSlam and for Kevin Owens to move on to something else that's been rumored over the past week. At the end of this match, we see a super kick to Owens. And then that is reversed into a calf crusher. AJ right back with a Pele kick. He gets into the middle of the ring, sends Owen crawling over to the ropes, rope break after the calf crusher. Owens nails 2 more super kicks and misses a punch that intentionally hits the referee by mistake. Mike Chioda got nailed by Kevin Owens with a right hand, and at this point, I'm like, oh my God, here comes the fuck finish. It just looked very sloppy. The ending to this, the finish to this looked very sloppy. I didn't know at point of impact that Mike Chioda was even hit. I knew he went down, but from my vantage point from where I was watching, it looked like Kevin Owens threw the punch, but it really didn't hit Mike Chioda the way it should have. So Mike Chioda went down. Pop-up powerbomb to AJ Styles. That was counted into a roll-up at 17 minutes. And AJ Styles goes for the pin with the roll-up. 1, 2, 3. Now, the thing with that is, yes, AJ Styles covered and rolled up Kevin Owens, but Kevin Owens' shoulder was blatantly off the mat. He got robbed again. JBL pointed out. Tom Phillips pointed it out. And they didn't let go of this. They even showed the replay on the Titantron. Kevin Owens pointing to JBL. You seen it. Everybody's seen it. I got screwed. So AJ Styles retains the United States Championship with a referee bump. Mike Chioda got punched in the face. They played it off as if he was blinded and didn't see the pinfall. They didn't see, or he didn't see, Owens' shoulder up off the mat. Now, we go to the back. We got Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan attending to Mike Chioda. Shane McMahon just blatantly saying, listen, Mike, you made a blown call. It was a bad call. You should have called for another referee. Mike Chioda was like, Shane, I was blinded. We're in the middle of a match. I didn't have time to call for another referee. I seen a cover. I went for the cover. So Kevin Owens comes over. He storms in yelling, throwing shit around in the back, throwing steel chairs, knocking shit over on the desk. Shane McMahon telling Kevin Owens to calm down, respect the referee. Owens is lobbying, I got screwed, you got to make this right. Shane McMahon got in Kevin Owens' face, said that there's going to be a rematch. I am going to make it right. I'm going to work on this. I'm going to do what's right here. So there's going to be a rematch at SummerSlam, and Kevin Owens is like, yes, I got my rematch, but we can't have this shit happen again. So Shane McMahon was like, okay, this is what we're going to do. Daniel Bryan stepped in and said, I got an idea. How about we do Shane McMahon as the special referee for this match? AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Shane McMahon, the special guest referee. So Kevin Owens was like, I don't want that. Shane McMahon's the worst out of them all. So then Shane McMahon was blatantly saying, this is the only way you're going to get the match. You either take the match with me as the referee, you get your rematch with me as the referee, or you don't get your rematch at all. So Kevin Owens was like, all right, fine, I'll take the match. So then Kevin Owens storms off. He gets his rematch, but this time Shane McMahon is the special guest referee. How I see this playing out is that we are going to get Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon. It's not going to happen at SummerSlam, but there is something that's going to happen at SummerSlam that's going to pretty much screw over Kevin Owens again, and it's going to lead to Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens. I don't know what the next pay-per-view for SmackDown Live is. It might be Night of Champions. I really don't know, but we'll see what happens. All I know is that Owens and Shane McMahon are probably going to head to the next pay-per-view after SummerSlam and challenge each other one-on-one. X-Pac was on his podcast. I reported this on Off the Script, where he said he's seen Shane McMahon and he looks to be in that match look. He's got that big that build that he's getting ready for a match. He looks like he's getting ready for another match with somebody. He's just been working out. He's in match mode. So X-Pac saying that, from a performer standpoint, I see Shane McMahon is probably getting ready for a match, and there's nobody else right now that is in a situation with Shane McMahon besides Kevin Owens. So that's where it looks like it's going. I don't mind it, and I had a problem with it happening at SummerSlam because Shane McMahon on SummerSlam really isn't needed. You're taking a spot away from one of the talents. So now this opens up Kevin Owens to doing something on SummerSlam with AJ Styles, hopefully for the last time. But Shane McMahon is going to be the special guest referee for the United States Championship match at SummerSlam. Hopefully this is it, because I'm going to be honest with you, I am done and over AJ Styles and Kevin Owens. I was hoping this was going to be the blow-off, but being that we're going to get one more match, this has to be it. I want both men to move on to something brand new and fresh. It's been too long. It's been done already. And I even posted on Twitter, this Shane McMahon situation and this announcement that he's going to be the special guest referee would have had more of an impact if we haven't seen AJ Styles and Kevin Owens 5 fucking times already. WWE wanted to give this match each and every week. And we got it twice on pay-per-view. And then we're going to get it again at SummerSlam. It's going to be 3 pay-per-views and every fucking SmackDown Live in between. If half of that didn't happen, it would be more important. The announcement of Shane McMahon would be more important. But being that we've seen this match almost every week, it takes away from the importance of it. I just don't want to see it anymore. But AJ Styles and Kevin Owens, one more time, United States Championship. Shane McMahon, special guest referee at SummerSlam. Usos come out, and they ask the fans what they are expecting. They do the whole New Day entrance, the crowd and the kids start standing up, and they think it's the New Day, and the Usos come out. They say 3 clowns on a tricycle or 3 grown men talking about each other's popsicles. They took some more shots at the New Day. They said that they have fake cereal and rainbow-colored cones. You're just 3 grown men twerking, blowing your own trombone. Jimmy said New Day can keep their rainbows and unicorns, but they're taking their tag titles and catchphrases, and they sang, "Ooh, so rocks." Usos, man, got some new theme music, too. It's the same beat, but now the Usos themselves are actually putting lyrics over their theme music. I like the change. It felt a little naked without anything there. The beat was nice already, but now that they are adding lyrics and tone to their own theme music, I like it, man. And that's going to be one of the best matches on SummerSlam's card for SmackDown Live. I'm telling you right now. From what we've seen from both teams already on pay-per-view, there's no doubt in my mind that come SummerSlam, they're going to step it up even more. Usos come out, pretty much rip apart the New Day after that brutal attack last week. New Day was not on the show on this episode of SmackDown Live. Fashion Files, or this week called Fashion Peaks. Tyler Breeze on his own. Fandango kidnapped. He's in his suit talking about how Fandango was kidnapped, perhaps by extraterrestrials, wondering why he's recording this message on a tape recorder instead of just calling the person he's recording it for. So the lights dim, and all of a sudden in walks Fandango, very bizarre-like, almost like he's twitching, something out of Silent Hill, and all of a sudden the Ascension appear next to him. Now, in one of the most bizarre situations I've seen on SmackDown Live in recent memory, Connor of the Ascension had a huge block of wood. And on this block of wood, he poured maple syrup. Now, I don't know what that was about. I don't know if that was a homemade recipe from... do you know who actually recommended that recipe? It was me. It was me, and it's so delicious. You all want to see... Sushi Mora over there, but I gave Connor my homemade mother's recipe, man. And that's fucking, that's some sweet wood. Connor making Kevin Dunn fucking jealous on SmackDown Live, man. Holy shit. Pouring maple syrup on that nice slab of wood. I don't know what the fuck that was about, but it was there. It was there. It was probably a piece of bread, but it looked like wood to me. Looked like wood to me. I don't know. That was... If that was bread, it was fucking rock-hard bread that was sitting stale somewhere in Titus Catering for about 4 weeks, bro. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. But Fandango, he stings himself with a rose and then laughs at Breeze. Breeze shouts about not understanding any of this. "No more metaphors!" And it's all a dream sequence. Breeze wakes up next to some pastries from Titus Catering. Breeze knows who kidnapped Fandango. Was it Titus O'Neil? Was it Akira Tozawa? Was it Apollo Crews? Was it Kalisto? Was it Sin Cara? It's got to be someone in catering, bro. If he's waking him next to pastries, it's got to be someone in Titus Catering. So the plot thickens. We'll see what happens. Sami Zayn versus Aiden English. This is where JD gets pissed off. Why? Why do we have Sami Zayn and Aiden English with Sami Zayn losing in 2 minutes? What did this accomplish? What did this truly accomplish? Number one, Sami's not going to be on SummerSlam's card, which is pretty pathetic. Guy's one of the best fucking in-ring performers in that company, not on SummerSlam's card. Don't know why. On this night, they have Aiden English beat Sami Zayn with a roll-up. Clean in 2 minutes. No distraction. Nothing. Just a clean loss. Embarrassing Sami Zayn for absolutely no goddamn reason. Now, I don't know what this accomplishes. I wish somebody in WWE Creative would just lay it out on the table for me when I ask them, why was this the outcome that you guys chose? What is the reason for this outcome? This could have easily been averted, right? Mike Kanellis comes out after Sami Zayn was pinned, and they start laughing. Maria and Mike Kanellis laugh at Sami Zayn for being a loser. They say that they love Sami losing to Aiden English. Where was Maria and Mike Kanellis during the match to provide the distraction for Sami Zayn so that he could get pinned by Aiden English? Why was the decision made for Aiden English to pin Sami Zayn clean and then Mike Kanellis come out? I mean, did you want to establish Mike Kanellis as a fucking, one of them pesky heels laughing at Sami Zayn? I mean, who has more upside here? Sami Zayn, clearly. Why didn't Mike Kanellis and Maria provide the distraction for Sami Zayn so that Aiden English could pin him with the distraction? What did this accomplish? It accomplished nothing. It accomplished nothing. At this point, Sami Zayn is absolutely lost in the shuffle. We all wanted him to go to SmackDown Live because we thought better opportunity awaited him on the blue brand compared to Monday Night Raw. He seems to be even worse on SmackDown Live than he did on Monday Night Raw. At this point, what we seen last week with Sami Zayn and Ty Dillinger teaming up, I would actually pair those two guys together in a tag team and have them vie for the tag team titles. That's probably the best thing that both men can do right now. Both men's characters call for it. I think that's a very interesting tag team. Both men have nothing going on right now. They got no direction on SmackDown Live. So why not take those two guys, pair them together, and make them a tag team on SmackDown Live, man? It wouldn't be no super team of sorts, but it would be a damn exciting team to watch and cheer for and get behind. We don't want this shit happening to Sami Zayn. This is fucking pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. It makes no sense to me why Mike Kanellis didn't come out and distract Sami Zayn. Why have him lose clean? What does this accomplish? Where does this go? Nowhere. You embarrass one of your best in-ring performers for a goddamn fucking jobber who's going nowhere. Bullshit. Becky Lynch, Naomi versus Natalya and Carmela. We talked about Becky Lynch on Off the Script Extra today. Pretty much the match with Chris Cyborg, according to her camp, is pretty much a done deal for SummerSlam. Becky Lynch and Chris Cyborg rumored to be happening, but we haven't had any official announcement from WWE. We get the end of this match. Carmella comes in for the Code of Silence, quickly counted into Naomi's reverse Rings of Saturn. So Carmella tapped at 3 minutes and 57 seconds. So next week we're going to get Carmella versus Naomi in a non-title match on SmackDown Live. I don't really care. Naomi and Natalya for the Women's Championship, I couldn't give one fuck about anything that happens between those two women. That's not the women's match that I wanted. That's not the women's match that we should be getting for SummerSlam. Natalya is great. She may be the best in-ring performer in WWE as far as the women go. But to get behind a Natalya-Naomi match compared to what WWE could have done with Naomi and Charlotte, I'm sorry, bro. I'm just not interested. And it's going to be one of those matches for SummerSlam where I get up, I go to the bar, I order a drink, and hopefully it's over by the time I go sit back down. That's what I'm hoping for. Nobody gives a shit. Becky and Naomi win. Reverse Rings of Saturn to Carmella. Tap out by Naomi. Jinder Mahal is sick of xenophobia And doesn't care if he's facing an American or the man from Japan. No one can end his reign, so it really doesn't matter. Jinder's a failure. Hopefully someone ends his reign at SummerSlam. Whether it's Shinsuke Nakamura or somebody else, hopefully somebody does. Rusev versus Chad Gable. This was a damn good fucking match, man. This was a damn good fucking match. Rusev, another guy, directionless on SmackDown Live. Chad Gable, I'm loving Chad Gable in the ring, man. I think with the breakup of American Alpha, I am most definitely more excited for Chad Gable than I am for Jason Jordan. Jason Jordan has a lot of work to do. Actually, both men do. A lot of work to do as far as promo work go. Both men need to work on that. Jason Jordan's going to be fine in the ring. He's got the size, he's got the look, he's got the speed. But to me, and I'm sure a lot of you guys agree with me, Chad Gable, to me, has more upside than Jason Jordan. Jason Jordan is the guy that WWE looks for, no question. We know why he was chosen for Kurt Angle's illegitimate son storyline. It's because he's got the size, he's got the speed, he's got the looks. That's what WWE does. This is something that Vince McMahon looks for. It wouldn't really surprise me. That's the reason why they chose Jason Jordan over Chad Gable. You know, Chad Gable gets lumped into that vanilla midget category from the internet smart marks. But to me, Chad Gable's got more upside. To me, he's more of my style of wrestler. I think what Chad Gable does in the ring is going to get him farther than Jason Jordan. To me, Chad Gable's got that Daniel Bryan-esque underdog thing going for him. And if WWE really, focuses on that and pushes that, they got something special in Chad Gable. Now, this was a very nice showcase, man. It showed what Chad Gable could do in the ring against a much larger opponent. It showed the power of Chad Gable. It showed you how much more like a Kurt Angle and a Daniel Bryan he is than to a Jason Jordan. I mean, there was some spots in this match where I was hoping he would pull out the upset victory and that WWE would really strap a fucking rocket pack to him and put him on SummerSlam's card against AJ Styles for the United States Championship. I was hoping, but before this night even took place, I was hoping that Kevin Owens would lose this match and then get into a confrontation with Shane McMahon, which would force McMahon to pretty much get in there and take care of Owens by himself, book them at SummerSlam. AJ comes out and has no opponent for SummerSlam, and Chad Gable, after beating Rusev, says, you know what, I'm going to vie for the United States Championship again. I wouldn't mind Chad Gable being the first opponent for AJ Styles for the United States Open Challenge. That's what I was hoping for. I was hoping they strap a rocket pack to this guy. But there was some impressive moments in this match, man. There was a German suplex bridge by Chad Gable to lift up Rusev. Just suplexing Rusev around, moonsault off the top rope. Rusev was slow to get up. Gable tried his rolling chaos theory, quickly countered by Rusev. Kicks him in the head for a 2 near fall. Accolade broken up by Gable. That was reversed into an ankle lock, very reminiscent of Kurt Angle. That was eventually kicked off to send Gable to the outside. Back in, Rusev eats a super kick and then sets up the Accolade for the tap out at 9:03. So it was a damn good match towards the end, man. We had Chad Gable pretty much had the ankle lock on him. Rusev got out of that. And then he flipped Gable over, super kicked to Gable, and then right back to the Accolade for the tap out. Now, I was very pleased with what I seen from Chad Gable. I have high hopes for him. Hopefully WWE does as well. And that was a very, very good showcase. He's been on the losing end, but what he's done in a losing effort is, to me, eye-opening for Chad Gable. Now, this is where things get a little fucking ridiculous. Rusev comes out after the match, or he's in the ring after the match and says he wants competition, and he knows he can't be beaten. He wants an opponent for SummerSlam. So here comes Randy Orton, stares down Rusev. Orton can't get in the ring, so he grabs the microphone and says if he were Rusev, he wouldn't want Orton in the ring either. Rusev takes a step back so Orton could get in, and the match is set. It's booked. Rusev rants in Bulgarian and then eats a RKO from Randy Orton. Why these two are being booked in a match for absolutely no reason, I don't know. I really don't know. This is, again, exactly what I talked about in the beginning of the show. WWE putting people in situations and matches that really don't fucking matter. Why am I going to care about Randy Orton and Rusev? What are they fighting for? You're booking guys in matches with no meaning behind it to fill an extra spot on SummerSlam that really probably doesn't even need to be fucking filled. Now, instead of Randy Orton coming out, I don't know how many of you guys were thinking the same thing I was thinking. I was hoping for Shelton Benjamin to fucking come out and make his debut on SmackDown Live challenging Rusev at SummerSlam. That would have been me. That's what I was thinking. So I don't know how many of you guys were thinking the same thing, but Randy Orton, Blandy Borton, coming out here challenging Rusev, please hand me a fucking pillow and a vodka and tonic, and please just fucking put me to sleep. Please. I want nothing to do with this match. I don't know why they're feuding. And again, this is exactly what I said. WWE picking names out of a fucking hat. You're picking up the fucking PS4 controller, hitting random, and just having a random superstar be shot up on the screen. Yep, let's make that a SummerSlam match. That's all it is. I can't get behind that. I'm sorry. John Cena and Shinsuke Nakamura in the main event. Please, dream match my ass. This is exactly why I didn't want this match on free television, but nobody sees what I see, okay? WWE went to commercial at fucking 9:49 it was. We come back with fucking 8 minutes left to go. I mean, you already took a commercial break before the fucking match. You come back and we take another commercial break. How can this be a dream match if we're only given 12 minutes total, with 7 of it being on television? It's not really what I call a dream match. So stop with the dream match fucking mumbo-jumbo bullshit, please. There was no fucking dream match on SmackDown Live. That's exactly the reason why I didn't want it on free television. Number 2, the amount of time that we got took away from the overall epic nature of the match. And if you don't agree with me, I really don't know what else to tell you, man. The fact that we only got 12 minutes between these two guys in such a big match situation after we've been fucking forced with this verbiage, dream match, epic, once in a lifetime, SummerSlam, Jinder Mahal, WWE Championship. I mean, if they're fighting to fight Jinder Mahal in the main event of SummerSlam, shouldn't it be a little bit longer, a little bit more epic, a little bit more of a showdown, a little bit more important? That's just me. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but when I see something hyped like this being made into a big situation, number 1 contendership for the WWE Championship on the line, I don't want it ending in 12 fucking minutes. 7 minutes, which we've seen on television. Not really what I call epic or dream match for WWE. Maybe to their fucking standards, because these people live in a sea of mediocrity, but not me. I was expecting something else. But what we got is, a good television main event. It's nothing that is going to blow your socks off. It's nothing that I'm going to go back and rewatch again because I have it on DVR. It was a good television main event, and it did what WWE needed to do. Now, will the ratings reflect that? Probably not. I know that WWE blocked off the entire upper deck of this arena that they were in tonight. They tarped it all off. So, I don't know what good this match did on regular television. If this was such a big match, they would have sold out that arena. But WWE wants to book shit a week in advance with no build behind it. It felt big, but what we got presented on television in the end, when it was all over, was not big. It was just a standard WWE Smackdown main event. That's all it was. But this was Nakamura doing his signature moves. His charisma showed, his taunts. Cena did the "you can't see me." Nakamura did the "come on." They went back and forth. A few Pele kicks, a few Insuguris. John Cena delivered a devastating lariat to Shinsuke Nakamura. We got a few AAs delivered to Shinsuke Nakamura. Obviously, he kicked out. I don't know why this match was produced for John Cena to deliver an AA, only for Shinsuke Nakamura to kick out. I mean, is that the protocol for these dream matches? Let's do a finisher and have someone kick out of a finisher. If John Cena was never going to win this match, he should have never even attempted the AA. I would have never had John Cena deliver one AA in this match, which leaves it open to interpretation for when we see again, because I know it's going to happen again somewhere down the line. So why even deliver the AA if he's not going to win? It takes away from the AA. Not like we haven't seen anybody kick out of the AA before, but it didn't need to be delivered in a 12-minute match only for Nakamura to kick out. If you wanted to make Nakamura a big deal, I wouldn't even had him kick out of a fucking AA. I would have had him just kick John Cena's head off with a Kinshasa, and that's it. Leave the AA just out of the match and have it presented in the next time that they fight. That's just me. But Cena lifted Nakamura, delivered an AA, rolled through, tried to deliver another AA. He wanted to go for a third time, but Nakamura gave Cena an exploder suplex on the back of his head, and I swear to God, I jumped back and did, uh-oh. That exploder suplex had landed John Cena right on his neck. It looked fucking bad. It looked vicious. I wanted to joke, hey, he's probably okay. He's John Cena. He's Superman. He's superhuman. But when John Cena was down, he wasn't moving. Referee went right over to him, checked on him. He got up. Kinshasa, 1, 2, 3. Clean win for Shinsuke Nakamura. John Cena was up. He got up on his own 2 feet. He looked okay. And you could see Shinsuke Nakamura mouth, I'm sorry, to John Cena, as John Cena embraced Nakamura and pretty much put him over, saying, this is the guy, he beat me. And you could see John Cena lip, this is your new WWE champion. So John Cena pretty much gave Shinsuke Nakamura the endorsement as Jinder Mahal and the Singh brothers looked down at their new challenger for SummerSlam. JBL called it the biggest win in Shinsuke Nakamura's career. I don't know about his career in general, but most certainly his WWE career. Now, we got Shinsuke Nakamura, we got John Cena, it's over with. It was overhyped, as WWE typically does. It wasn't a dream match by any means. It wasn't epic. WWE left a lot on the table there because they had to rush it, no build, only a week out. It didn't really accomplish what I wanted it to accomplish. And I'm sure you guys feel the same way. So if everybody's saying, it is what it is, enjoy it for what it is, no. Because there is so much more left there. I can't accept something that is mediocre. If you want mediocre, fine. I don't accept mediocrity. And I said this on Monday Night Raw. This to me was mediocre. There was nothing special about this. It felt big, but what we got delivered to us was just so much left there. They didn't do fucking a third of what they should have did. Come on. Anyway, Nakamura's going on to SummerSlam. Nakamura remains undefeated. He got the clean win over John Cena. I'm going to tell you this right now, and I want you guys to remember this video. Shinsuke Nakamura is not going to win the WWE Championship. Baron Corbin is not booked, and I don't expect him to be booked. And this is where WWE becomes predictable. I don't expect Baron Corbin to be booked on SummerSlam. And if he's not, he's roaming around with that briefcase. If he's not booked for SummerSlam, by the time August 21st comes and he's not on that card, we are 110% seeing a cash-in. And he will be cashing in the WWE Championship match. We will have a new WWE Champion by the end of SummerSlam, but it's not going to be Jinder Mahal or Shinsuke Nakamura. It's going to be Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin is going to cash in on Jinder Mahal because that's the right decision. Shinsuke Nakamura should not be defeated. He should not be pinned clean yet. Not saying forever, yet. And he should not be the WWE Champion. So what this does with Baron Corbin cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase at SummerSlam, becoming the new WWE Champion, making that match a triple threat match, pinning Jinder Mahal and not Shinsuke Nakamura, we get a triple threat match at the next SmackDown brand exclusive pay-per-view, and we can get Shinsuke Nakamura to go on through these months undefeated without taking a pinfall. Because if you take a loss in a triple threat match and you're not pinned, it really doesn't really matter because your shoulders aren't pinned. Jinder Mahal could be there to be pinned. At that point, Jinder Mahal will have his title shot, his rematch. He'll have another chance at the title. We can move Jinder into a feud with AJ Styles. Jinder Mahal could eventually beat AJ Styles for the United States Championship. And that's where Jinder Mahal could rest and find a role that suits him, because he's not WWE Championship material. I'll tell you that right now. He might be perfect for the United States Championship, but for the WWE Championship, Jinder Mahal is not the WWE Champion that we all expected him to be, or that you wanted him to be. I knew the guy was a failure right from the get-go. So this experiment is failed. The experiment is going to come to an end at SummerSlam. So we get Jinder Mahal in a triple threat match with Baron Corbin and Shinsuke Nakamura. He loses. Baron Corbin pins Jinder Mahal at the next SmackDown brand exclusive pay-per-view. Nakamura gets another shot at Baron Corbin. Eventually, he beats Baron Corbin towards the end of the year for the WWE Championship. Nakamura holds the WWE Championship going into WrestleMania. At that point, AJ Styles will no longer be the United States Champion. Jinder Mahal will be the United States Champion. Maybe then we could get John Cena and Jinder Mahal battling it out for the United States Championship. We can have Mr. Patriotic John Cena against the anti-American Jinder Mahal. That's where I see them going with that. Shinsuke Nakamura holds the title, beats Baron Corbin, holds the title to WrestleMania 34. AJ Styles wins the Royal Rumble and goes on to fight Shinsuke Nakamura at WrestleMania 34. We still get our dream match of Nakamura and Styles at WrestleMania 34 with AJ Styles beating Shinsuke Nakamura. The only one that should beat Shinsuke Nakamura is AJ Styles. At WrestleMania 34, AJ's the new champ, and it's the match that we all expect it to be. And AJ will finally be the WWE champion once again. If you want to book them 2-3 times after that, fine, so be it. I would not mind a revolving door of matches with Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles at the top of SummerSlam's card. So that's the way I see it. That's the way I interpret it. Remember this video. Baron Corbin will be the new WWE champion coming out of SummerSlam. Shinsuke Nakamura may be in the main event, but he's not ready for the WWE Championship, and there's no way WWE should ever allow Shinsuke Nakamura to be pinned this year. The only time Nakamura should be pinned is by clean victory at WrestleMania 34 in a losing effort to AJ Styles after a Styles Clash. That is it. And that is just SmackDown Live. My brilliance is bestowed upon you. Use it wisely. And remember this video. I'm JD. Thank you guys so much. Hit that thumbs up. You know what? Because I'm such a mastermind behind booking WWE, let's try for 1,300 likes, 1,300 thumbs up on this SmackDown Live review. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below if you want more videos like this all throughout your week. Hit that bell for your notifications and support through the Patreon page. Patreon.com/JDFROMNY206. I'm JD. I'm going to cool off with a nice cold beverage. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with some more video gameplay right here on the channel. And I will see you all on Off the Script this coming Friday for episode 182. I'm JD, and I'll talk to you guys later.